UI is very powerful. It's all very technical. It requires you to understand deeply on how generative AI tech works. So it's suitable for creative directors or technical artists who are very used to using a node-based system, and they have a technical understanding of what is a latent, what is a LoRa, and how to use different checkpoints. Another reason why a simpler UI really fits, it's because before the models are less advanced. But right now, because all of that kind of built into the newest model like NanoBanana or Seedream, it doesn't require a very complex workflow to achieve exactly the same results as before. So the product I'm currently building is called MixBash. Idea is I want MixBash to be the ultimate creative tool for generative media. That's why I started this idea, is because I don't think Node UI is for everything. Yeah.
We talked about the past and the current, and we want to see what you're currently building.
Yeah.
Especially after you moving here.
Yeah.
In Tokyo. So maybe you can introduce from there. What are you building as your indie hacker, serial entrepreneur?
Yeah. So the product I'm currently building is called MixBash, mixbash.com. It is the UI layer for generative AI endpoints. So basically, I consolidated all the cloud endpoints for different AI models, and you can use them all on a single canvas UI. And you can bring your own API keys from those endpoint providers, and then you can basically use a better UI to try out those endpoints. But that's where we're currently at. But the idea is I want MixBash to be the ultimate creative tool for generative media. Basically, we will have options for you to be able to mod the software however you want, because I believe a lot of the creative softwares right now, they include many different features. So they become really bloated, but not all the features are exactly for a specific user, and different users will have their own specific use case. So I want the UI layer to be very fluid. So it comes with all the tools out of the box, but you are the ones who decide how you want to mod your UI layer to fit exactly your needs. For example, you can pick your own endpoints. You can pick the utility tools to create a UI that specifically just cater to your own flow. So that's the idea. It's like a very moddable, very fluid UI layer for all the Gen AI tech under the hood.
Okay, sounds interesting. And in terms of you are doing this for creative people, like I know a tool called Comfy UI, right?
UI, yeah.
Is that something similar, or is it totally different? Or what do you think about the Comfy UI? What's the limit? And also talk about who are your customers and why they don't like to use our current tool sets like a Comfy UI, and is your product to stand out from the competition?
Yeah. So right off the bat, Comfy UI is very powerful, and it is very technical. It's suitable for creative directors or technical artists who are very used to using a node-based system, and they have a technical understanding of what is a latent, what is a LoRa, how to use different checkpoints. So it's all very technical. It requires you to understand deeply on how generative AI tech works. So I would say that's not the target audience I'm trying to focus on right now. I'm trying to focus on the branding agency's creative director who needs a lot of generative assets for their new campaign for their clients. Or I'm focusing on designers who need to explore different visual directions with a less technical tool. So these are the user persona I'm trying to target right now. In terms of Comfy UI, another reason why right now a simpler UI really fits the creatives, it's because before the models are less advanced. For example, if you want to edit part of the image, you probably want to create a mask first, and you want to do the in paint or out paint. You want to give a lot of guidance as to where the image needs to be edited. But right now, because all of that are kind of built into the newest model like NanoBanana or Seedream, it doesn't require a very complex workflow to achieve exactly the same results as before. So it becomes easier for us to build a higher abstraction level, a layer that's simpler for less technical creative directors, creatives to use. So that's also like a reason why I'm building these. Yeah. Was that the whole question? Or
yeah, it's pretty good. But I just want to know, like, is that you already know like the banana, like the model of banana already exists, because when you're building it,
Yeah.
probably it's not there yet. How you can like tell that nowadays it's much better for your product because you have these new tools.
Yeah.
However, if I'm building something, I really want to build for the future.
Yeah.
How can you like tell that the future is going this route, and what brings you to build this way, and you think this is a better approach?
Initially, no, I did not plan any of these. Initially, I just wanted to have a better UI for all the cloud endpoint providers, because those platforms, they offer all the models at the market price, right? But they have terrible UX because they are built for developers to integrate. But they're actually great to try out the newest. Usually when new models released, is already on there automatically, like pretty fast. And on the other hand, you have many different like creative canvas layered, like intelligent canvas tools out there, like Flora, or was it Kiev, or like a bunch of different like node-based tools out there, like that's using infinite canvas. And those tools, to me, because I know the market price on like generation cost, their credits are more expensive. I'm okay with node-based system, but I just don't think that's how a lot of creatives' mental model works. So I think it's easier for them to use a simpler UI rather than figuring out how to plug the nodes in. But obviously, a lot of creatives are used to that kind of workflow, so those tools are built for them. So at the time, I just wanted to build a very good UX, good UI to connect to all the models out there, so it saves costs and you have a better experience trying out different models. So that's how it started. It's from my personal experience. But then when I talked to more people, showed my tool to more people, now release the tool, have more people use it. What I've realized is a lot of people are like, oh, this is great. But can I have my own version of it? That's where the insights came from, where I wanted to make it more moddable for different use workflow. Like maybe a lot of the creators, they probably don't know which model is the best for them. They probably don't know what kind of prompt is good. And also they don't need necessarily all the model choices. They don't need all the creative features out there. But they want their own version. That's a very specific. So that's when I started messing around with the idea of like a single feature app, which I created like 3 of them, like 2 3D generators and one sketch to architecture render tool. They're like single feature, but people pay for it. Like it's a very simple tool, but people pay for it because it does exactly what they needed to do. So that's when the idea really started to form, is that yes, I can offer you like a all-in-one creative tool out of the box. But I think if you want to simplify it or mod it in the way that fits your specific workflow, that would be better. So that's why my direction has gone to, okay, let me build these, and then, but it's really moddable. It's like what I provide to you for free initially is just a boilerplate, but you can really tailor fit to your business. Yeah, so that's how it started and how I got some insights, and then where I'm trying to go right now. There's nothing like super validated yet, but that's just based on the signal I have received.
So tell me that you are building some individual tool is based on your customer interview, and people just give you the feedback.
Yeah.
And then based on the feedback, you just build this tool
Yeah.
to solve the specific problem.
Yeah, very.
And then you make this tool like a profitable, or just making a revenue.
Yeah, make a revenue. Yeah.
From this the single tool.
Yeah, from those 3 single tools. So that was like a validation mechanics I kind of used, is that are people going to pay for just one feature, which turned out to be true.
Okay, that sounds interesting. But however, instead of like one tool, and now you have several different tools. And you know, when you, in terms of marketing and how they do the promotions,
Yeah.
definitely if it's one platform, it's easy to do this promotion.
Yeah.
But we now have so many different platforms. How do you like to generate the traffic to go to where? Because you have to divert to different people to different places.
Yeah.
Is that going to be very complex, or how do you?
Current plan is so good question. My current plan is, as I'm building Mixbash right now, the tools are just going to be out there. But eventually what I wanted to do is like have those traffic to all go into Mixbash, because the idea is, with Mixbash, you can build tools like these exactly for your own use case. So you should be using Mixbash. But right now, those are like, you can see them as, like a part of my funnel. Eventually, it will just direct traffic into, I will shut them off at some point, but the visitors, when they come in, they will go into Mixbash. And I'll actually migrate all my users from different tools all into Mixbash with a unified credit system. So that's the plan. But right now I'm focusing on the next release for Mixbash, but that will happen soon.
So you mean that in your Mixbash will be integrating all the different tools inside your main offering, like in Mixbash, but the other tool is like a light version, specifically for this purpose. But they can be working as our introduction about the user funnels to your main offering. Like a pro version of each of the tools. That can be a very good marketing strategy. Because we can target in different users by using this individual tools, like our SEO or.
And those tools right now, their traffics actually mainly come from SEO, as some YouTube shorts I created. But recently haven't been doing too much marketing for them. But I will start pushing more marketing as they start to funnel all traffic to Mixbash.
Yeah, that's a very interesting approach to do marketing. It's very unique.
It's an experiment.
Let's see what maybe you can share next time about how it goes, or eventually you would like to know more about that. So how do you see AI is changing the creative industry? Like in the 2 or 3 years later, what's going to be the main change in this industry, and what is the impact to your current customers and what their way of doing the business nowadays?
Like in the creative industry, the way I think about it is the way I'm thinking about Mixbash right now. So basically my passion is building creative tools. Like I've always been working on designing creative tools. Even previous startups, they are like creative tools. So I think it will become more fluid. So that, as I said, it should come with all the powerful features under the hood. Anything that you want, you can actually not deploy, but that you can get access to them. But the main interface could be very simple. It will become more fluid, and it will become more personal to each person's creative flow. So that's where I see creative tool is going. But in terms of like the industry is moving fast. So AI generated assets are definitely going to be very mainstream. It just really depends on, let's say, content. It just really depends on the platform's guideline, how they see AI generated content. But there are definitely a lot of creative use cases of like generative AI media. Let's see. I think it's just moving fast, and we should embrace it. Not sure if that answered the question.
Sure, yeah. I think it's my answer to my question. Another question is about your target audience. Like you said about your audience are more like creative, creative directors and those people. So are you thinking about they are technical person or non-technical person? And if it's non-technical or a technical, and what's your decision about your product? For example, is it the level of customization will differ from non-technical to technical person? And how do you see that goes for your product?
So I think for my product, it's definitely focusing more on less technical people, in the sense that it's basically their understanding of software and also how Gen AI models work. So they're less technical. For example, Comfy UI users are more technical in that sense because they understand more on how generative AI models actually work under the hood. So that's how I differentiate them. But for creatives, they do have the technical ability to prompt better than most people, because they have I think we touched on that before, is the vocabulary, the right vocabulary, the right, they have the capability to describe their vision in a very technical term that AI can understand better and execute better. So in that sense, that yes, they are technical in their own domain, but it's just, that's why I'm creating a software solution that caters to their software or understanding of the tech. From that perspective, it's less technical for them. It's easier for them to use.
So you're going to also provide more customization features for these people in your product, or
those will what I'm designing is actually, those will be more agentic. So it will be an agent-driven kind of user experience where they describe what they want, and then we make suggestions on the models that we should use. We try out different models, let them view the results, and once they're happy with the workflow, we then consolidate, like generate the UI for them then they can repeatedly use. So that's the idea. So in terms of customization, I don't see that. I can't make that super heavy on super technical in terms of like they need to understand how UI works.
So you mean there's no nodes and lines to wiring them?
No nodes, also no drag and drop like UI builder. No, it's really I just mocked mix match for you to fit your use case. And yeah,
Interesting.
yeah,
Cool. So you mean from the user interface, there's no nodes, there's no wiring,
no,
but maybe from the back end,
yeah,
the AI will figure out what kind of a node connecting each other, and
yep,
and you just use this kind of back end stuff to work for individual cases.
yeah,
And the user doesn't need to know about all the things connecting to each other, right?
yeah. No, they don't need to understand the like a logic kind of.
Yeah, I like that part.
Yeah. So I think that's why I started this idea is because I don't think Node UI is for everything. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's a very good approach, I think, for specifically many users, even including maybe including me. I know that there are many nodes, even for the AI tool set.
Yeah.
There was one called the NAN,
Yep. And
I think it does the job, but it's like too complex for to understand how it
Yep.
works. So to study how it works with each other, what to link,
Yep.
what kind of format of the variable.
Yeah.
Is kind of a learning curve.
Yeah.
So I think it's maybe it's a different approach.
Yeah. Yeah. With a Node kind of system, like as you said with NAN, they require users to understand exactly what they want. And that's just not most users. They understand the outcome that they want, but they don't understand how to get there, right? But if you want them to create something very deterministic, right from the bat, most people can't do it. But what AI does really well is to, from a vague statement, understand the outcome they're looking for. It can turn something unstructured into a structured thing for them. So I think that's where it comes from. But for more, as I said, more technical user who understand exactly how it should be working under the hood, then no basis for them. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's the beginning of their AI agent, because you need to have some kind of a systematic approach to like the AI will figure out your system for themselves.
Yep.
I think the AI still are figuring its own way to get there. But I think we will definitely see more like AI automatically generated workflows in the future.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we're just getting started with this AI revolution, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you one question. You work with no code, you work with AI now. So can you recommend one of the tool or the product in AI or no code, which is underestimated by many people?
Underrated. Oh, that's a good question. Underrated. I wanted to say Flutterflow, but I think Flutterflow is not underrated. It's just the right level of rating. I think a tool called Nordcraft is probably still a bit under the radar right now. I think they're going through like they're open sourcing soon, so they're also like I think they're built on top of Vue.js. So they're basically a no code app builder, but that still requires a lot of technical understanding. So maybe they're rightly rated. Okay, let me think. That's a good question. Underrated. I don't know if anything is. So first of all the AI coding agents are definitely nothing is underrated, I would say.
Really?
Yeah, I think they generally are probably more hyped than before they actually are. Okay, I would say there's an open source thing called bolt.diy.
Bolt.diy.
That's underrated because that's open source. And it's pretty much feature parity with Bolt. So I personally really like that one. I think that's like lesser known. But also it's probably because you have to install that yourself or bring your own API keys. But
Bolt.diy.
Bolt.diy. So
is it from Bolt?
I think they were involved, but I don't think it's exactly from the background. I think they were definitely involved. I don't know if it's like an official release from them, but yeah, they were definitely involved. Maybe they were the official people who released it, but yeah, it is an open source version of Bolt.new.
Interesting.
So they're really good. In terms of no code, I'll probably say Flutterflow. Yeah, I think Flutterflow is probably good, especially after the AI hype, like AI coding hype. I think a lot of people just overlook Flutterflow. I think based on that, but I think because we were in the no code space, so I didn't really feel like they were underrated in any sense. But I feel like if we look at uh, basically app builder as a whole, they're probably overlooked right now because everyone's like from prompt to app. But actually, I think something like Flutter Flow with a visual layer, visual editor, right now is overlooked because of how much precise control you have. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I will be saying for the flow because I think they have it's part of their marketing or sales is like they're ignoring this corporate people like your traditional agency creative people.
Yeah.
They are not that technical. They are people who are just want to build a campaign, precise, deliver the message, follow what they want to do because they have very details to even the color and the details of pixels.
Yeah.
I think for the flow answer the question.
Yeah.
And it's cross-platform. You just don't do one thing and you don't really care about the code base because Flutter manage that for you. I think that's a perfect tool for my previous industry like advertising, digital marketing. So I think this is something really underrated.
Yeah.
I think Flutter should really focus on those those corporate people and these agencies who use the tool to build a campaign. I think it's better revenue results than just following the trendy AI builders because there's so many competitions you are facing.
I agree. I think that's why I feel like they're a bit overlooked right now, right? Because people stop looking for no code solutions in the sense like now they just look for what's the best lovable for app building or like mobile app building, right? They just look for those solutions.
Okay, now let's talk about your vision and who influenced you. Can you recommend one book or a podcast you've been listening to and which influenced your thinking and working?
I think I've been watching a lot of I forgot his full name, but the guy is called Greg, and he's on the internet just talking about building micro SaaS. Now is the best time to build different business ideas. He has like an idea browser tool, basically just to help you find good business ideas to start building as a solo founder. Like, I'm not saying that that's the source of idea, but that's just a big source of motivation for me to remind me that, okay, there are a lot more people out there like trying to start the thing, and you just keep me in check as well. It's like, okay, I should be doing more. It's just very inspiring every day. It makes me feel very motivated.
So every day there can be some new ideas about to do the solo founder, solo language SaaS.
I think he just does his own keyword research, research. They give you business ideas that you can start building and then start, because a lot of those ideas are kind of validated on either Reddit or on keyword research trends. So some of them are like not that sexy, but they are like something that people need right now. So I think it's a great channel. I think it's not really a podcast, it's on YouTube. Maybe he has a podcast, but I don't listen to podcasts. I just watch his long form video. So that's one channel that I watch a lot. Yeah, that's my recent inspiration.
Cool. So in terms of the startup ideas,
Yeah.
if you really want to have the idea and validate it,
Yeah.
you can probably use some tool like to validate your start. We already have build this new tool to validate your idea. So if you're interested, you can also go into the comments and see the link.
Yeah.
It's called the Start Slab. So maybe you can try the tool as well.
I will. You're gonna film my reaction later.
Yeah. Like I will put that at the end of the video, like to be extended version.
Yeah.
See your
the bloopers.
So I'm very happy to talk there a lot with Jasper today about his background, his past, his now, and the future. So we will definitely meet again in the future and discuss more. And if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below. And if you're interested, also please subscribe to the channel, which is supporting us, and we will be delivering more and more this kind of episodes in the future. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.